Hello, welcome to online Turkish school. I even forgot our name. I know that I've been absent for a very long time. I think that I haven't been here for a little more than 3 months now. But thanks to the kind people who've been thinking that I must have been busy with other more important stuff, well, let's be honest, I wasn't. Okay, I was just lazy to prepare this new lesson because I didn't know what to teach. And actually, I still don't know what to teach. So I dedicated this lesson to your questions, to the questions that I have received during my absence on YouTube. And I know that I haven't been turning to your questions that you send me through private message. Well, from now on, I'm going to try and answer them on videos. So if you have new questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. All right. And yeah, let's go. That is a good question, and I get this question a lot, and I'll try to answer it as simple as possible. It is really simple. It looks really hard, I know, but I think I failed at explaining it clearly. So let's say that you have a word that you looked up in a dictionary. In a dictionary, you'll find always the neutral form of a word. Like a word that you see in the dictionary is never suffixed. All right, you can never find a word in accusative form in the dictionary, or possessive form, or plural form. It doesn't exist. Like in English, you can't find, for example, you can find table in the dictionary, but you can't find tables. Like plural, you have to know it. So the dictionary doesn't include that. So any word that you're looking in the dictionary is going to be the neutral form. And when the word is in neutral form, that is not received any suffixes, any cases, accusative, dative, etc., then let's say, for example, we have the word f, and when we were making an accusative, like ev görüyorum, I see house, that is not possible. What we have to do is adding the accusative case, which is evi. Evi görüyorum. No problem here, since ev ends in a consonant, we don't have a problem here. But then if we have a look at a word that ends in a vowel, like para, para means money. If I say I see the money, then I'm gonna have to say parayı. Oops, sorry. Parayı görüyorum. Görüyorum. Parayı görüyorum. So, if a word ends in a vowel and it's in neutral form, like the form that you see in a dictionary, then you just add the letter Y to avoid two vowels, alright? So, this is accusative, but in dative as well. Paraya. Paraya means to the money, dative, alright? So, long story short, neutral word, then you add the consonant Y, alright? That is your helper consonant. Now, in only one case, we add the consonant S instead, and that is the possessive form. Now, if we look at the word ev, that is house, and we say my house, that is evim, right? And your house is evin, and his house is evi. No problem here. However, if the word ends in a vowel, like the word para, then what happens here is, para is money, what happens here is param, paran, parası. Alright, we add the S here. So the S is only used when we say his, her, its, or also their something. And that something should end in a vowel, like para. So param, paran, parası. For those who are wondering, it goes like paramız, our money, paranız, your money, and parası, their money. Alright. So this is how it is. The S is used only when we're talking about his, her, its something, possession. Alright. So that's it. This is also used in genitive form, like, because that's also possessive. For example, normally we would say benim param, but we can omit the benim since param already ends in m, and it shows that it's my money. Senin paran, your money. Basically what I just wrote, just with the subjects. Senin paran. And onun parası, his money. But if we don't want to say onun and someone else's, like John's money, then it's gonna be John'un parası. Okay, so it's the same thing. This is the entire construction. This entire this entire thing is called genitive. All right, and just third person possession form is called genitive, and so that's it. We use the s only when the third person possesses something. The possessed thing, if it ends in a vowel, it has a s. So that's it. Now the thing is, sometimes this entire genitive form can be the direct object of a sentence. For example, if we see the money, for example, I see the money. This is in Turkish. Parayı görüyorum. Parayı görüyorum. Parayı, it's direct object, so it's put in accusative form. Accusative means direct object, alright? We have to show it in Turkish. Parayı görüyorum. But if we see someone else's money, that someone else's money is a genitive form because it's third person possession. Let's see, for example, John's money is John'un parası. We already know this. Let's see that I see this. Now I'm gonna have to show it like this. So this is my direct object. Görüyorum, right? But this is my direct object. John'un parası is my direct object, so I'm gonna have to put it in accusative form. How am I gonna do that? I don't. Parası ends in a vowel, so I don't just add y. Well, I could do that basically, but we don't do it. If the direct object is a genitive form, like John'un parası, someone else's something, and then in this case we add n. Okay. So this seems a little complicated maybe, but if we're gonna have to sum up, then the rule is neutral word, as in it didn't receive any accusative dative suffixes, then you add y, like para becomes parayı. His or her or their something, that something's gonna be x. Oops. Then you're gonna have to say, you're gonna have to use s. So para becomes their money or his money. It's gonna be parası. And let's say that to his, her, x, it's gonna be n this time. So for example, para first become parası, his money, and then we're gonna have to add to, which is dative. Parası n, let me underline it, parası, and then we're gonna go with a, the dative form. So this is how it is. If it's a neutral word, you add y. If it's his, her, x something, you add s. If his, her, x something is a direct object or the dative or the locative or ablative or anything, you add an n in between, alright? Because if you look, this part is genitive form already, his money. And this part, this a, is the dative. So we have genitive plus dative. Whenever you have genitive plus something, you add an n in between. Okay, so that's how it is. This doesn't have to be only genitive as or dative. For example, parası n, accusative, parası plus n, his money in accusative form, parası and a, his money plus dative form. Now the thing is, we don't only use it for two vowel situation. This genitive plus something is for every case. Dative, parası, and da. Although here, for example, we have and da, de. This is vowel, this is consonant, so actually there's no problem, but we still use and. Okay, so the rule is genitive plus a new case, then we're gonna have to use the N here. Okay, so that's it. I think I don't have anything else to say here. I hope it's clear. If it is not clear, I'm gonna try and make another video, but I can't really make it any simpler, I don't think. Basically, yes. But the thing is, we don't really call it a conjugation in linguistic terms. A conjugation is a change in verbs. So, for example, in English, we have the verb to come, which has forms like he comes, or I come, or we came, or he is coming. You see, we have different forms. These are called conjugations, and we conjugate a verb. Now, if a noun receives something that is called declension, we decline a noun, and that's basically it. Yeah. The thing is, for example, we say benim, we add im, benim, my, evim. Now, benim, the ben plus im is called possessive or genitive, but it's pretty much called possessive. And evim is also a possessive, so we basically add something to both nouns. And sinin is the same, sinin, evin. Alright, we show it again. And in the case of third person, we add nun or nin, same thing, and evim. And if it's not o, but someone else, like let's say Jack, Jack plus, we add, Jack already ends in a consonant, so we just add in, Jakin, evi. Okay, so that's it. So here, Jakin is called the possessor, and evi is the possessed thing. Or in linguistics, Jakin is the genitive form, and evi is the possessed thing. So that's it. If you want to know the linguistic terms, this is possessor or genitive, and evi is the possessed thing or possessed thing. It doesn't have any other noun. So that's it. Good question, and it's really simple to answer. The difference is the definiteness, which already exists in English. For example, we say the color or the handle, or let's say the key of the house. And also we say the house key, or maybe it's one word, house key. In the first case, the key of the house, we have a house, which is definite, like my house, and this is the key of it. So house is definite, and key is also definite. We have a house and a key. This key is the key of that house. Now in the second case, however, we just have a key, and we know that it opens house doors. Okay, so it's key for houses, but we don't know which house it is. So here the house is indefinite. Now, if I'm going to give you a formula, you know that the x of y construction in Turkish goes, the first one is y, and then I add n if it ends in a vowel, and then in, because this is the possessor, and then I add x. If it ends in a vowel, I add s, and then the possessed ending. So this is how the construction is. Now, however, if in English we have the construction of the yx, like not the key of the house, but the house key. Y is the house and x is the key, so this is the house key. In Turkish, it's gonna go like the y, and then nothing, just x plus the regular thing. If it ends in a vowel, s plus a. Okay, so if the y is definite, then we add the n plus in. Okay, so let's see, for example, the key of the house. The key of the house. In Turkish, house is ev. So I'm just gonna go with the English words, house plus N if it's necessary, and then in, okay, and the key S, sorry, SE if it ends in a vowel. Now this is the construction of the key of the house. If it is the house key, then we're gonna go with house and nothing because it's not definite, and we have the key again. It receives the regular thing. So to your question, ketçap fahişesi means probably ketchup pour. Sorry, ketchup pour. And then if I added ketchup'ın, which actually be ketchup'ın because of the consonant harmony, fahişesi, it would be the whore of the ketchup. You see here the ketchup is definite, so that will be the difference. And the same thing with Türk kahvesi. Türk kahvesi means a Turkish or Turkish coffee. Türk'ün kahvesi would mean the coffee of the Turks maybe. So here the Turk would be definite because of the extra suffixes. Alright, that's the difference. That's right, it's a little difficult. Actually, it's not really difficult and you'll get the hang of it in no time. And whenever you see a sentence containing the question particle me, you'll understand the meaning right away. But when it is you who's supposed to use it correctly, then you're gonna have a little bit of difficulty at the first occasions, but it's gonna be better in time. Now, the thing is, we put this question particle me, or mu, etc., all of them, after the word that we're asking. So let's take a sentence. Let's say, for example, Jack yarın sabah uçakla Madrid'e gidiyor. Jack tomorrow morning by plane to Madrid going is. So Jack is going to Madrid by plane tomorrow morning. Now the thing is, let's say that we're gonna ask a question. Now it depends what we're going to ask. So if I add the question verb here, like if I say gidiyor mu, I'm asking the verb. So here, is Jack tomorrow morning by plane to Madrid? Is he going or not? Is he going or not? I know that I heard this information that he's going to Madrid by plane tomorrow morning, but I see no preparations. So is he going or not? I'm asking the verb. Is it happening or not? Now, if I add the mu to here, which because of Madrid'e is gonna be me this time. Now I'm asking this because it came after Madrid. So I know that Jack tomorrow morning by plane is going somewhere, but is it Madrid or somewhere else? I'm asking this, okay? Because me is after Madrid, so I'm asking Madrid. Is he going to Madrid or to some other city? Now let's take this out and place it after this. Because of uçakla a, I'm going to harmonize it, uçakla mı, and let's bold it. So Jack yarın sabah uçakla mı Madrid'e gidiyor? Now I know that Jack is going to Madrid tomorrow morning, but is it by plane or by car or on foot or by bicycle maybe? So I'm asking here the plane, with plane. In Turkish we say with plane, but in English by plane. So is it by plane or some other mean? Okay, so I'm asking this. Let's change the place again. Here, sabah, because of I'm gonna harmonize it again. M. So I have Jack, I have tomorrow, I have by plane, I have Madrid to Madrid, and is going. So he's going tomorrow to Madrid, Jack. But is it tomorrow morning, or tomorrow evening, or tomorrow at noon, or at dawn? I'm asking the time here, because sabah, I'm asking sabah, because m here after this, okay? So pay attention where the m is. I'm asking the word before that. So let's add here, yarın again, m, because of the u. So Jack is going some morning these days. I know that his plane was in the morning, like at 7 a.m. I was there when we were making the booking by plane to Madrid is going. But was it tomorrow morning or the next day morning or next week maybe? It's morning, but was it tomorrow? So I'm asking here, yarın. And finally, I can add here, Jack is pronounced with Jack, as, and so we accept it as okay, because it's close to Jack, So we can harmonize according to Jack mi yarın sabah uçakla Madrid'e gidiyor? So I know that someone is going in the morning by plane to Madrid. Is it Jack or John or Patricia? Who is it? Is it Jack? I'm asking Jack, okay? So basically, you use this little particle me after whichever word you're questioning, okay? This in English we do with intonation, or we finish the sentence and then ask to stress. For example, is it Jack who is going to Madrid? We have to make a relative clause like who is, or are you going tomorrow? I'm stressing tomorrow. But in written language you can't really show it, unless you're writing it in capitals or underlining it. You can't really show it. But in Turkish, because of the flexibility of this particle, you can show both in spoken and in written language whatever word you're asking. So it's really practical. Love it. As I said, now that you learned the rule, you're gonna understand right away which word the person is asking when you see it or when you hear it. But when it comes to speaking, it's quite normal, and I know many people who are really having difficulties with this at the first stages. You're gonna maybe put it in the wrong place. That's okay. You're gonna get the hang of it in time, because this isn't as easy as it looks. Although it's easy to understand when you see it, it's not so easy to use it on your own. So don't worry about it, alright? It's gonna become easier in time. This is a really good question, and I really don't like this question at all because it's really hard to explain. But I'm gonna try. Now, as you know, in Turkish we don't have articles. We don't have the, or like le, la in French. We don't have them. So sometimes we also need to feel the need to show the definiteness or indefiniteness of a noun. The thing is, when you say in English a dog, like I saw a dog. When you say this, I saw a dog, people will understand that some unknown, some random dog ran past you, okay, and ran away. We have never seen that dog before. And if you see the dog, it means that, like, I saw the dog. I'm supposed to understand that you guys are talking about a particular dog, like the dog that you saw yesterday, maybe. So it's a definite thing. Now, how are we going to show this this detail in Turkish? We occasionally use the accusative, nominative changing in the words, in the direct object, to show this. I know I just said a very complicated sentence. I'm gonna explain in a minute. Now, for example, bir köpek görüyorum. görüyorum. In Turkish, this is a really correct sentence. Bir köpek görüyorum. I see a dog. Now, this is I see, görüyorum. And this is my direct object, right? I see what? A dog. So if it is a direct object, why is it not bir köpeği in accusative form? This is in nominative, bir köpek. Now, the thing is, if something is not definite, like a dog, right? I said bir. I just leave it in nominative form because it's not definite. Accusative, the direct object, means I can show it with my finger. This is that dog. But here it's any dog. Like, I can't really match it with any coincidences in my past memory. I have never seen this dog before, so I can't really show it to my memory. Okay, there's this dog, I have never seen it before, so it's new to me. So I'm gonna use it as a nominative form. As a rule of thumb, if you use bir, go always with nominative form, okay? Because it's probably indefinite, so you don't really need to put the accusative form there. Coincidentally, when you say köpek görüyorum, it's exactly the same thing. Since because of the lack of accusative, we already understand that this is indefinite. So you don't really have to say bir here. Okay? You can say it, but you don't have to say it. So these two sentences are equal. And if we say köpeği görüyorum, this means I see the dog. Accusative shows the definiteness, okay? I see the dog. Now, in your example, I don't remember what your example exactly was, but in your example, like bir su istiyorum or something, or içiyorum maybe, I don't remember. I'm drinking water, like a water in the sense of a glass of water. Bir su içiyorum, like it's just any water. It's not definite water. It's not the water that you pulled up from the well yesterday. Like, it's not a definite water, right? So it's any water. So it's bir su. Or you could have just said su içiyorum. It's the same thing. If you say suyu içiyorum, I'm drinking the water, then I'm supposed to understand that you guys are talking about that some water that you guys like have bought yesterday or something. Okay, so accusative means definite, and nominative means indefinite. We usually, when you have bir, it's probably nominative, okay? So that's a rule of thumb. Another thing is if you have possessive form, like kitabım, my book, then it's your book, right? It's definite now. You can't be talking about any book and then mention that it's actually your book. So it's definite. So this possessive makes it always definite. Therefore, you have to always use accusative form. Kitabımı okuyorum. I'm reading my book. But if you're reading any book, then you can say kitap okuyorum. I'm reading a book. I'm reading book. Okay? Like, even in English, you can say book. We don't know which book it is. So, kitap okuyorum or bir kitap okuyorum. So that's it. Nominative means a or an, indefinite. And accusative means the, definite. Now don't be like too hasty in applying these. These are only when we're talking about direct objects, okay? Because you can say in English, sorry, the man is walking. So, okay, we have the man, but we can't put it in accusative form because it's not the object, it's the subject of the sentence, and subject can never be an accusative. So, okay, so in Turkish, you can show the definiteness or indefiniteness only in objects, and that's by making accusative or nominative, nothing else. All right, you can't. We don't show the difference between the man and a man is walking. That's the subject. We can't change it. But when you say I see a man and I see the man, where the man is in object form, because who I see the man. In that case, you can show you can use accusative or nominative to make the difference. Only in object form, don't forget that. So that's it. I hope I could help you with your questions. So if you have more questions, I'm gonna make new videos about those questions and upload them on YouTube. But if you have more questions, please, you can send me your questions by message on YouTube, private message on YouTube. And that's it. So I'm gonna see you in my next video, which I don't know what it's gonna be about, but if you have any ideas about what I should teach, you can always send me a message as well, right? I'm gonna try and include them in my next video. Otherwise, I'm gonna just try and make up a new topic, right? So I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye.